there's great drama here at the Emirates tonight, the final match of Boxing Day, the 7th game, and it produced fireworks in the second half. Arsenal, the league leaders, went into the break a goal down, but there was some comeback in the second half. 3 goals. I mean, it was Arsenal 3, West Ham 1, the final score here, seeing them go 7 points clear at the top of the table tonight. They'll play again, of course, on New Year's Eve, but that was exactly the kind of response to that long break that manager Mikel Arteta would have wanted.
It didn't matter how it came. I thought on the first goal that Odegaard wanted to shoot. Ball goes to Bukayo Saka, composure, finishes it. Second goal, yes, people are going to say it's a mistake of Fabianski, but who cares? At the end of the very day, you turn it around. However you did it with what you have available at the minute, and you end up winning the game easily at the end in the second half. So yeah, they do mean business, and they showed it again.
Makes a good point there that they do hold their positions. Everything regarding Arsenal is they build it to get to the sides of the pitch and get in 1v1 situations. You see Corfal for the first goal how deep he is. He's petrified of the ball going out wide and then getting exposed 1v1 in them moments. And even there, the little bits of detail there in terms of he is just a couple of yards inside the pitch and a little bit deeper. But this is what you have in this team, a positional team, like I said, with 2 wingers that you can get in 1v1. You've got huge problems. Fullbacks have got huge problems.
But this is something that you said, Scott, that's very important. Afraid. Yeah. Teams are starting to get afraid of Arsenal, afraid of individuals. And it's not a normal position of Kufal on the first goal of Arsenal. It is so deep that it can only have been scared of, I don't know what, when you look at the goal, but it was. And that's what happens when you're on the verge of maybe, it's early, maybe winning the league. People start to be afraid of you.
You can see we've been joined by Mikel Arteta. Congratulations.
Thank you.
That was an impressive second half comeback.
Yeah, I think we showed a lot of composure and quality. I think we didn't started to play the game that they wanted to play, even though at 1-0 probably wasn't the result that we were expecting, but we kept pushing, believing, and I think we deserve to win.
Yeah, and in terms of the goals, important goals for each of those players individually for different reasons. But can we kind of go from the end backwards? Because Eddie Nketiah's goal was not just a great goal to watch, a thing of beauty, but also the reaction, both from the fans and his teammates and you, how important that was for him.
I just gave him a big hug because he deserves that. He totally earned it the way he played today again. And it was a very typical Eddie Nketiah goal. I think you showed here his strength, his quality, the timing, the composure, the finishing. Just for me, it was an outstanding performance from him.
I just wanted to add something, Mikel. The goal is a typical Arsenal goal that I've seen this year. First and foremost, desire to get the ball back from Bukayo Saka on the side. Then after, composure to stay lucid in and around the box. Even Ben White, I thought he was going to shoot. I'm like, no, don't do that. Chip the ball over. Movement and the turn of Eddie was just like a center when you play basketball. He just stepped in, made him believe, and then after you know that he has the composure to finish. But I saw that you had an extra more, I would say, how can I put that? You were a bit more happy for him because but that's also, that backs what you were saying at the beginning and what you believe and what you know he can produce.
Absolutely, and you could feel that in the last few games he's been trying and he didn't score even there are friendlies, but he's got the capacity to do that. We saw it every single day in training, and that will give him confidence.
And he's returned for you 11 Premier League starts, 11 goals is very, very impressive. Obviously, that was his first start this season, and that's because, a gap has opened up with Gabriel Jesus. But when you know you can rely on a player like that, that is how leagues are won, with squads. This is not going to just be about 11 men this season.
But he showed it last year at the end of the last season when we played in more consistently. When you look at his numbers, they are really, really good. And I'm really pleased again to see what he's done today.
And of course, we just saw Bukayo Saka walk past there. He got you going, and with his goal as well. And you've had other players on the pitch who've come back from the World Cup. You must be very pleased with their response out there.
Yeah, because you don't know. Obviously, they're coming from a different dynamic. They played a huge tournament that it means the world for them.
and with his goal as well. And you've had other players on the pitch who've come back from the World Cup. You must be very pleased with their response out there.
Yeah, because you don't know, obviously they're coming from a different dynamic. They played a huge tournament that it means the world for them, and to get back 5-6 days later, play another competitive Premier League game is a big change. But those boys, they were really eager to get back. I could see that from the first day, and they've shown a real desire today to be part of the team.
Thierry said something just then before you arrived about teams starting to look afraid, and that is something that you have to create as a team, don't you? And you do that by performances, you do that by winning and the style of play. Is that something that's concerted, that you design, or does it come, and you've been there with Manchester City, you've seen teams?
I don't know, we cannot control what the opponents feel. We can control how we want to play, what we want to transmit as well. I think is really important. That's why this crowd behaves the way it behaves towards the team. And yeah, if you get that fear factor, I think that's a big bonus, obviously.
We just heard Bukayo also tell us that Gabriel Jesus and Zinchenko, how important they are in terms of spreading belief and desire from their experiences. You're smiling, you know that. That's why you brought them here, to deliver that and to kind of transmit that message. And it's clearly going through your very young squad.
Well, they've been in probably the most successful team that the Premier League have seen for many, many years. And they have the belief in their teammates, in what we are doing, that we are capable of playing to those standards. And these guys have brought that confidence to the team.
Did you foresee, and you have a plan for your season, what you can achieve, did you foresee yourself on Boxing Day going to bed 7 points clear?
I have a big plan, which is go home and watch the game and, and make sure that the next day we play better than we played today. That's the plan.
I don't suppose in that plan Newcastle United were the second team who were behind you, 7 points behind you tonight.
It's so far to go. We can focus on what we do, and that's it. What the other teams are going to do, I have no idea. What I can tell you is that we can still get much better.
And you feel there's more to come from this young squad, clearly. I mean, some of these players, you know, are still very much at the infancy of their careers, aren't they? Producing great football for you.
There is huge room for improvement in many areas, individual and collectively. And as you said, they are so young, so imagine.
You mentioned there, Mikel, that you see improvement in the performance. Was the result more important than the performance tonight, to get that momentum back, to just get back to winning ways, that momentum that you built before the World Cup?
Obviously, the results at the end brings momentum, brings belief, and is a consequence of what we do. But we focus in the way we play, the way we compete, individual and collectively, and the result will be a consequence of that. We could not control in football. You cannot control. They come one time, they score a goal, it's a penalty, the referee makes a decision. Yeah. What you can control is what you can do as a team, and that's where we focus.
We'll go and enjoy the rest of your festive break. And you said earlier on you were going to offer a sherry to David Moyes, so maybe you're going to go
do that now. Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. And enjoy the match when you watch it back, from the whole team there, especially in that second half.
Sorry, say that again, please.
That second half performance was very impressive.
Yeah, it was much better than the first. You know, the first, I think we were just getting back into our rhythm. You know, we had a lot of possession, but we weren't being too effective. And in the second half, I think, you know, we were much better. You could see in the 3 goals.
Today was about momentum, wasn't it? Trying to pick up that momentum that you had before you went into that 6-week break. For you, obviously, there was a lot of football to be played out there in Qatar. How easy has it been getting everybody back together and on the same page that you left after the last win here, which was that 5-0 win over Nottingham Forest?
Well, yeah, I think we all know how important it is. We all know how important today was. And we're all focused on the same objective, you know, to keep winning every game. And of course, with our home fans today, you know, it was special to come back here. They gave us everything we needed, and we delivered for them.
Let's have a little look at your goal, shall we? You told Thierry you were going to score, and this was a big moment. And so
he told me. He told me too. The first one was VAR.
Have a look at this, Bukayo.
Yeah.
And goals, obviously, are going to have to be shared around this team, as we see.
Yeah.
Very calm, Bukayo.
Yeah, very calm.
In those moments, I notice how cool you are. You know, you almost know that you're going to score.
Yeah.
Obviously, it looks like it's a shot from Odegaard, right?
I think it is. I think it is a shot, but yeah, the first touch helped me out so much. You know, it was perfect, so I could just look at the keeper and see him go down and just put.
I think Martin got the assist anyway.
I'm sure he should.
He should.
You shouldn't get the assist with him.
Yes, but that's a shot, huh?
When you lose a player of the quality of Gabriel Jesus, and you know he's going to be out for a couple of months, and you look around those forward players, the front players, and you know the responsibility is going to lie on you to share that goal scoring. And obviously that's the great thing, as Eddie has said about this Arsenal side. Goals come from a handful of players are up there scoring consistently.
Yeah, that's definitely important. Obviously Gabby's going to be a big miss, but you can see I'm so happy for Eddie. I feel like we all believed in him, and yeah, that's all he needs, just to keep supporting him. And you can see today he got his goal, and that will give him a lot of confidence. So we just need to continue to encourage him. And of course, you got me, Gabby, Granite, Martin, even our centre backs are chipping in on the goals. So everyone's going to be so important.
Yeah, that's key. That's key. I mean, you've said it there about Eddie. The pressure probably coming in. There was a big question mark about, can he fill Jesus' boots? But you guys chip in with the goals. That's important. And it looked from the celebrations as well. You were really happy for him that he scored.
I was
great
buzzing,
to see.
yeah.
There's something I wanted to share, obviously, in your game. That belief that you can score. Because on the first goal before, you would have stayed high and wide and wait for something to happen. But you believe that ball could come to you and make a run on the first goal and stay and be in the box. Second goal, for me, it's your goal, because you won the battle with Declan Rice in midfield, going to the gym lately. But also the third one, you got the ball back right there.
The throw-in, yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
You got the ball back. What changed?
I think it's come a lot from Mikel. He's helped me a lot. He's told me how important it is, to win the duels. And of course, when I'm active off the ball, it helps me so much on the ball. So, of course, when I'm alert, I'm off the ball to win these duels, and obviously win that first duel with Declan Rice, and it sets up a chance. If I don't do this battle, maybe we lose the ball and we go to the other side and defend our box. So yeah, each game I'm really realising how much important it is.
You'll go to bed tonight with Arsenal 7 points clear of Newcastle United in second place, with Manchester City yet to play this week. What is belief like in this squad? We've talked ahead of the game about the importance of players like Zinchenko and Jesus, who've done it before. They've been there before and won league titles. What have they brought in terms of belief and how that permeates through the squad?
Of course, they're both they're both champions, so they bring that belief, that we can win every game, that we can go the whole way. So that's what they're bringing. Every game they're telling us, how important it is, to realise that each game is so important, especially games like today. Jesus wasn't even on the pitch, but we can still feel his presence. He's speaking to us in the change room, encouraging me, encouraging the other boys. So both of them are so important.
And of course you come here off the back of a World Cup where you played a really important role, had some fantastic moments for England out there. It wasn't to be in the end, beaten by the team who would go on to be the finalists, France the beaten finalists. Sum up your World Cup experience for us.
Well, it's obviously an amazing experience, my first World Cup. But yeah, obviously every time I have to speak about it, it's a bit disappointing, because I believe we had the quality to go all the way. But that's football. We'll be back in a few years for the Euros, and I believe we have the quality to go all the way.
I'm sure a huge learning experience as a footballer. You point your first World Cup, it must have been an enormous learning experience.
Yeah, it was, and of course I enjoyed it every moment. I managed to score my first few goals at the World Cup, so it was a dream come true, and yeah, I'm just hoping for many more out there.
Yeah, well, congratulations on that. And also tonight, I think we've kept you long enough. You're being called. I'm sure you've got to go and do something that involves physical exertion, or maybe some cooling down somewhere. So
some rest, please.
Go have a rest. Have a good rest of your
There's something I wanted to share, obviously, in your game. That belief that you can score. Because on the first goal before, you would have stayed high and wide and wait for something to happen. But you believe that ball could come to you and make a run on the first goal and stay and be in the box. Second goal, for me, it's your goal, because you won the battle with Declan Rice in midfield, going to the gym lately. But also the third one, you got the ball back right there.
The throw-in, yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
You got the ball back. What changed?
I think it's come a lot from Mikel. He's helped me a lot. He's told me how important it is, to win the duels. And of course, when I'm active off the ball, it helps me so much on the ball. So of course, when I'm alert, I'm off the ball to win these duels, and obviously win that first duel with Declan Rice, and it sets up a chance, if I don't do this battle, maybe we lose the ball and we go to the other side and defend our box. So yeah, each game I'm really realising how much important it is.